What's happening? It's your boy West Coast and landlord from Alabama. What's up, everybody?
Absolutely.
It's your boy West Coast in Alabama. I'm not in Alabama, but if you put it together, it'd be West Coast Cowboy landlord from Alabama. And together we are Cowboys on Demand because there is no schedule. There is no schedule for Jerry Jones and the boosh he be putting us through. So we have to
Facts.
bust up in your show, bust up in your life every now and then. So guess what? We knocking on the door like the rents do. It's the landlord and his homeboy. You know what I'm there for? I'm there for moral support because he don't fight for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We gotta get it, man.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
gotta get it done.
Yes, sir. So, hey, man, I know. Listen, I know it's been shaky here a couple of days with the content. You know what I mean? But listen, just like the Joneses had to chill up for a little bit, I had to freeze for a minute too. I don't know. I think I just froze up. Did I freeze?
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
don't
I
know.
think you good.
But either way, man, we gonna just keep chopping it and talking because we ain't gonna let it stop us. You can still hear my voice. I don't even give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I'll do that for right now. But it's your boy West Coast. Y'all know boys around the world. Hey, we got about 50 minutes. Now we got 49 minutes because I got a flag football practice from 5:30 till 9. And then landlord has to feed his belly. You know what I mean?
I just got cleaned off of work, jumped in the shower, and came on here for y'all. So, hey, you know, a content creator's job is never done, man. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
And I
We
want to see.
gotta feed the people.
Yeah, man. And did you hear what he said? He washed his ass first before he got on. I heard that, right?
Gotta be fresh and
He
clean,
washed
sir.
his
You
ass
gotta
before
be
he got on
fresh
the
and
show,
clean.
man. That's what's up, man. That's a respect factor. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But yo, since we ain't got too much time, we gonna tell y'all do what y'all always do. And this restream thing is tripping. So I'm gonna just keep turning my camera off. And this is not my I don't know what's going on. It's been tripping. That's why it took so long to get on here in the first place. But we on anyway. But listen to me. I need y'all to just do what y'all always do, and that is hit that share button, hit that star button, hit it, hit it, hit it. Dum dum dum. But hey, you hit that button, which y'all always do. Hit that live button, hit that share button, hit that button. Oh damn, I'm back. Hit that button you supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
this show and all shows is brought to you by HTM Sports, and we pray that he gets better. Just listen to me, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of just as you at some point you be like, hey man, when you coming back to work? Because folks get sick all the time, bro.
You tough, right? I told you. I felt bad. I asked him. I said, "You tough, right?" And then he really got sick. I'm like, "Damn, my bad."
Yeah, man. I
You
thought
can't tough this one out. My bad.
this was gonna be a couple days sabbatical or something. This dude turned, hey, but you know how black folks is when they take a break, they take a break. You got to go find their ass.
A break. Yeah. But
Yeah,
we praying that HTM come back soon, man. You know, get into good health. The streets is dry without you, my boy. We need you. You don't know what people mean to the space until they gone. You know what I'm saying? So hey, yeah, we appreciate what you do, HTM. Make sure you come back soon, man.
facts. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you don't come back like these cowboy players. Come back when you're ready, goddamn it. Come
Don't
back.
come back too early while you got one leg.
But hey, man, hey, you already listen to me. You don't have to tell me. I know it's freezing up. We's tripping. We understand that. But listen, we still got stuff to talk about. You feel me? We still got stuff to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is I was actually on an interview a couple of days ago with Wanye Thomas, and he made some really dope comments about Trey Lance. He also made some dope comments about guys that he wanted to draft. I just want to give him a shout out for that interview. I'm working now to try to get him on the show. As soon as we get him, as soon as I'm able to get that on here, we're gonna lock that down. We did the tab Prescott, you know what I'm saying? But as soon as HCM get back in road, I want to slide him like on there and get this thing going. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right here, man. Whenever a player, you guys gotta think like this: players always shed love for players who they rock with. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that Wanye was giving more props to Trey Lance than he was giving him to Dak Prescott. I just think Wanye Thomas understands that Dak don't need praise. Like everybody sees what Dak is. You know what I mean? Like
Back
so
that nigga.
Dak that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I already know.
So for him, he feels like he has to give Trey Lance praise because he doesn't really have any. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really know who he is like that. So it's like what's known in the hood, we have to stay in. It's like what's known does what's understood don't have to be spoken on. You know what I'm saying? We already know. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
exactly what we were just saying about HTM. We ain't see what he meant to the space until he been gone for 2 weeks. Just imagine. It's crazy that Dak is like the anomaly though. We seen what we are without Dak, but yet people still like they want to run. You know what I'm saying? Hussein Bolt speed towards being bad again. Like I don't understand. Like we seen what this team is and what we amounted to without Dak Prescott. And you got Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? You was very high in the draft. That's what happened to you. So I mean, I don't understand why people just think quarterbacks grow on trees, man. Like that's it's a real crazy thing going on out here.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's crazy. I mean, not even just quarterbacks. Just there's great players, period. Like great tackles don't grow on trees. Freaking great kickers. The Cowboys proved to me that guess what? Kickers are important. Kickers are people. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cowboys, listen to me. The Dallas Cowboys had me making videos on kickers. And you know how I told y'all, man, it's a sad day in America if I'm making a video on a kicker because it probably ain't good.
He missed the game-winning kick.
It probably ain't good, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the Cowboys made me understand that great players, no matter even coaches are a dime a dozen, man. Like, and no matter what it is, no matter where you get them at, man, when you get these guys, you need to hold on to them because, man, you think the Dallas Cowboys don't miss Matt Eberflus? If you don't know who Matt Eberflus, Google it. Guess who he is? He was our linebacker coach. Isn't it weird how our linebackers have fallen off like a bad sack of dope ever since he been gone? I'm just saying, maybe it's a coincidence. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know
Now we got Scott McCurley. I need my button when I say that name. Scott McCurley. Dun dun dun. I need the dramatic sound, bro. Cause I've been calling for that man, John. He probably gonna want to fight me. Cause ever since I found out who he was, because he's very sneaky. Like he's under the radar. This man barely come outside. Cause if you're not a content creator, you probably don't even know who his name is. Like, who is that guy? But he only had like 2 interviews since he been here, and the linebacking core been bad since he been here. I don't even know how he keep getting away with this, but hey, we need to bring that up for discussion though. He needs to come down the aisle and be held accountable for what's going on with his linebacking core. Like if you think about any other position, if they bad, wouldn't you bring out the coach and be like, hey, what's going on with your unit? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't hear from Scott McCurley. And like, you know, Mike McCarthy is my guy, bro. I still rock with Big Mike. But Big Mike, that nepotism right there, you got to let that go. I know that's your homeboy. But hey, if he ain't doing his job, bro, he got to come on down like the Price is Right, bro. We got to talk to you, man.
Mm-hmm. What that boy Kevin Hart say? Is this your boy? This your homie? Yeah. Okay, well, he just got both y'all clapped.
Whose mans is this? Like DMX, whose mans is this?
This your mans? This your mans?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, he just got both y'all clapped.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to figure that out, Mike. We got to figure that out.
Yeah, and you know, man, it's you know, people will say, players have a thing. Players have to, players still got to play, and players still got to, they do got to play, but there also has to be an expectation of players getting better too. You know what I'm saying? There has to be that expectation, and I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. Let's jump into some other stuff though, man. Some other stuff that's been going on. I think some pressing things is the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are back. Technically, they're back. OTAs, voluntary OTAs have arrived. You've probably seen some videos, not no videos, but you've probably seen like little 15-second videos of people smiling at training camp like this. It would like exclusive videos of Cowboys at training camps, and it's a guy like,
and it's a still frame,
drinking the water.
Yeah, Max looking like he having the time of his life running. You know that was for the camera. Nobody has that much fun running. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to run. Maybe I'm just lazy. Hey, sue me.
I got to turn my camera on for that.
Maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know. But he was having the best time of his life running. Come on, bro.
Jack was like this.
He had the biggest smile ever while he was running. Like, boy, that is excited. He know he finna get anything, 59 million is the floor for him. So I would be smiling that big too. I don't blame you, my boy. That's his floor. 59 million? Shit.
Hey, that boy made running look fun.
he made that shit look exciting. I'm finna go run after the show, bro. He motivated me. I ain't smiled like that in years. but I think it's that 59 million,
Man, I am crying, bro.
He know for a fact that his floor is 59 million, so you can't make him upset. That's a man that can't be upset.
Ah, man, I am crying right now, bruh. Dak done laid off the hole. He got him a lady. He got a baby. You know, he got 59 million, man. Ain't too much you can do to piss Dak off right now.
Yeah, he can't have a bad day. Like he got a newborn, you know what I'm saying? He's just winning right now.
All around dubs. Hey, hey, landlord, that boy. Hey, let me see my camera. My camera. Out. Listen, I don't know why my camera tripping like this, but hey, I got to do it though. I got to see if it'll work for 2 seconds, man. I got to give you this pose, man. That Dak was.
Yeah, he was still shot. Like, boy, y'all, I'm gonna have to show y'all that picture, bro, because it was funny. Like he had the biggest smile ever while he was in mid stride. Like, come on, bro. They was like, "You ready, Dak?" Because that was not natural. that was planned. But
Bro,
yeah, man.
I am dead, bro. I am dead. Ah, that's funny, bro. That is funny because, bro, you literally read my mind. But hey, man, yeah, OTAs is back, bro.
Yeah,
a very happy Dak Prescott is out there.
very joyful.
A very joyful, jubilated Dak Prescott. It's at practice, at work. We were saying feeling unfazed.
Yeah.
Only person we didn't see was 88. Man, what's up with CeeDee Lamb, man? I thought they said this was just a fire drill. It was just fake, and they was gonna get everything together. And wait, actually, they didn't say nothing. I thought we just assumed that CeeDee Lamb was one of the guys, and he was just getting taken care of. Let me find out CeeDee Lamb is that 88 don't mean nothing like I thought it did.
I really think, like, it's iffy, bro. But this the blueprint to get paid in Dallas, though. You have to behave this way. If you want to be a Cowboy, if you want to get your money, you got to show them that you got teeth. That's what it seemed like. Like you gotta fight back when it's time to get down. So if we already know, Steven and Jerry would have ran him into the ground. Like he probably would have been playing for 2 more years. I really feel like that. He would have been playing for 2 more years like this. He would have got the 5th year option. Then after that, they probably would have franchise tagged. That's how dirty they do on this side of the negotiation table in Dallas. That's just how they operate. So this is the best thing for the young man. Maybe not the Dallas Cowboys as a franchise, but for CeeDee Lamb, the individual, this the best thing he could have done. I ain't gonna say it's a full holdout because it's still voluntary. But, if you were gonna hold out, wouldn't this be the first thing you do? I'm just saying. Just saying.
All right, so my question is this. If you're a Cowboy fan, how nervous should you be?
I think you should be nervous. Shout out to Micah Nelson with the 199. He said, "What up, fellas? Hey, how is HTM? Is he good?" Yeah, we just gave an update. He's recovering and he's been a little under the weather. And he's getting better and better. So we hopeful that he'll be back soon, man. That's what we're hoping for. And shout out to Nom Hand Neil in the building. I'm sure you smacked several people. We appreciate you. You're doing the Lord's work. He said the only time we get the truth from the Joneses is when they say nothing. Ouch. That's a bar right there. That's a bar right there, Nom Hand. We appreciate you, sir.
Man. Numbhead, I can't wait till I get into an argument with a liar again because I'm sure gonna say that. It's the only time you tell the truth is when your mouth closed.
When you close your mouth. That's a bar right there. He went in on that one.
I can't wait to say that.
I
boy.
might have to steal that one myself. The
truth is when your mouth closed. I can't wait, boy.
But listen, this CeeDee Lamb situation, like, okay, we shouldn't be in full panic. We shouldn't go, full.
Yeah, but should we be
mode?
Should we be Lonnie Catman, who's saying 0% CeeDee will get taken care of? Nah. I don't know about no 0, bro. I think there is a percentage, but I don't know about 0.
All I'm saying is, okay, this is still voluntary. So it's still like a pump fake. It ain't the full, you know what I'm saying? It's not the full thing yet. When he started losing money for not being at work, that's when it's serious. That's when it's real. You know what I'm saying? Because we know they get fined for this. Like, you can't just be missing work. So
this is the only pushback I say, though. I feel like it's not serious because the Cowboys can't fine him for it. But I feel like if these were voluntary, I mean, if they were mandatory, because this is the thing for a voluntary day of work, I don't got to tell you beforehand I'm not coming. If I ain't on the schedule, my black ass is not going to be there.
I would admit, yeah, I know I wouldn't, but
You know what
look,
I mean? But if it's voluntary and I'm telling you beforehand, I'm not gonna come to voluntary meeting. It's like listen to me. I don't believe in social media is all that make any sense. But listen, if you were a person and we're in a relationship and you're following me on social media, and then I wake up one day and you're not following me, I'm gonna ask you, what did I do? Why? Because it meant something when you did it.
yeah,
So my thing is this: CeeDee Lamb, when you went to voluntary camps last year, it meant something. If he wouldn't have went last year, it would have meant something. You think about this: rookies don't even have to go. But what would you think about if you heard about a rookie not going to voluntary camp? Think about this: even if
that'd be groundbreaking right there. His ass wouldn't be on the team no more.
and landlord, think about this. Think about this. What would you think about? What would you like? It's just a thought. Even if CeeDee Lamb was not in a contract negotiation right now, and we found out that he was not going to go to voluntary camp, there would be fans still mad at him. Because listen, there be veterans that miss it all the time. You know what I'm saying? But in Dallas, if you miss it, what do? They hold that against you. If Micah Parsons didn't go to voluntary camp, they would be on his ass and they would definitely use it against him.
He didn't go. He didn't go last year though. So, you know what I'm saying? I believe that was the time when he was building weight up and boxing and all that stuff, training to be a defensive end. Then Dan Quinn told him, no, sir, you're a linebacker or whatever, however that went. But maybe that was the time period when that happened. But we obviously see that, like you said, I'm on the same side as you. If CeeDee came last year, his ass should have been here this year.
You came every year.
If not, then it's obviously something. It's significance. Like, let's not act like this is just something we just gonna breeze by. Now, hey, I really do feel good about it, though. You know, I told you I got nefarious plans out of this, so I do feel good about it. Huh?
Hey, I am Gambit. I'm gonna tell you this right here, and I am. Thank you for putting that comment in. And I'm not attacking your comment. I just want to bring it up because I'm gonna tell you this right now. And I know you're not saying you think like that, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. There is nothing in the world that Micah Parsons has done since he's had a Dallas Cowboy helmet on that is warrant him saying that he's wearing thin. Bro, when did he start pillaging? When did he start burning villages, bro? When did he start slapping kids? When did he start cussing folks out? When did
call him Micah the Conqueror?
When did Micah start coming to training camp late? When did he start coming to training camp fat or overweight? When did Micah Parsons start getting in abuse cases? When did Micah Parsons get caught with weed? When would Micah Parsons get caught with domestic violence? Bro, how is he wearing thin?
Time out, Wes. When you just named all that stuff, and those are very serious and egregious charges and allegations, right? So you know what that tells me? Do you know what that tells me? That tells me whatever this so-called anonymous ass person who had something to say about Michael, I guarantee you it was petty. I guarantee you it was some personal petty stuff. He probably don't. We just named all the other stuff. Shit, we just named the real stuff that everybody would have a problem with. It's somebody in the building who Micah don't really rock with. I guarantee you it's something like that. Micah probably rubbed him the wrong way or vice versa. Paul's no Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? Right. They just ain't rocking with each other. And that's who they go and fish out, this one particular dude or these one particular group. You don't have to be giggly with every person you work with, man. Let's quit playing like that. And they go seek out these people who not fond of Micah Parsons and then go spin it because it's contract time and make a big time story. That's that nefariousness that we need to make sure stay out of our vicinity in Cowboy Nation. Like, that's why we shouldn't indulge in a lot of that goofy stuff. How many are you 100% cool with everybody that you work with?
No.
Every single person loves you.
And I work at home. Hey, and I work at home.
Yeah, we beefing at home. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like the program I work on. Like, what the hell you talking about? Like, come on, bro. You're going to have a problem with somebody. So, man, if listen, we gotta understand it's contract time, right? So guess what? In contract negotiations, in Dallas in particular, guess what they gotta do? They gotta be nefarious. They gotta work underhanded. They gotta be undergrounding. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be doing some very, very devious type tactics to try to make Micah out to be the bad guy. And they want you to be against them. We got to understand that. It ain't many people that's going to tell you this type of stuff. This is real, though. Negotiations in Dallas is just slimy, y'all. It's slimy. And we got plenty of proof of that. Do you think what's the closest thing to the truth? Right? Excuse me. What's the closest thing to the truth? Is it that every player just so happen becomes a problem, a nuisance at the start, just coincidentally around the time they finna get paid? Or do you think it's just some front office mumbo jumbo and them being nefarious? Which one is more likely? Which one is more likely? It's obvious. You know every player that come up for a contract ain't bad. It's the front office. What's the one constant? It's a different player every time. The one constant is the front office. We know that they are nefarious and this is how they behave. This is how they operate. So don't even play into that, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna say this too. You know, with my, pastor 2 times from the Church of Finesse said it. He said, I think he was down there, and he said it's a problem when they do it. He said it's a problem when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. And I'm gonna tell you how they do it. That's what he said. These youngsters, these songs, they're so catchy. You can't catch it.
When they do it, it's a problem.
It's cool when they do it, and it's a problem when who do it? When I do it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Micah Parsons was actually on a podcast before he only had his podcast. You know what that podcast was called? God, it's so good. It was called Dallas.com.
He was talking then.
Do you guys know that Micah Parsons and players are required to talk on the Dallas.com network every week? See, the problem that fans have a problem is you guys don't watch Dallas.com. Because if you watch Dallas.com, you would know that every week they have different players on their podcast. So basically what you guys are saying about Micah is you don't have a problem if he's talking on the Dallas Cowboys podcast. You have a problem when he's sitting at home in his bedroom on his laptop, on his Wi-Fi, talking on a podcast in his house. That's what
crazy.
You don't exactly. You know, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. Fans about Micah Parsons, they don't like the freedom that he requires to be with him. You know what I'm saying? Micah's like one of these NFL players that be like, man, if you're going to be with me, I'm going to do what I want to do, and you're just going to accept it. And his cold thing about it is, think about this. He's not even asking for us to accept much. This ain't like Micah's like, man, you got to accept the fact that every now and then I'm going to get a DUI. Or accept the fact every now and then I might get caught up. It might not be nothing. Think about this. And like, Antonio Brown didn't really get in trouble with the law until when? After the league. When he was in the league, it was just a bunch of nuisance, stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that was just irritating. But it's like the stuff that Micah's asking you, all he's really asking you to do is to accept that he's an individual and that he wants to. I think that's crazy. Like Cowboy fans have no problem with players going on Dallas.com.
I gotta ask this guy this question because I'm not familiar with him, so he probably on your channel.
Hey, Charles Haley. I'm gonna address this quick. Dan, he says, I guess Charles Haley was wrong for ripping Micah, but what is Charles? I'm gonna tell you this. I love Charles Haley. He know a lot about sacks, but what the hell does Charles Haley know about Instagram? What the hell does he know about podcasting?
The new style of modern day.
Listen, I love Charles Haley, but just because you're greatest of all time in football means you know a goddamn thing about podcasting, bruh. Last time I heard, Charles Haley didn't even got a podcast. He probably don't even do interviews. So yes, Charles Haley is wrong because they didn't have that during his life. So he shouldn't even be speaking on it.
Okay, let's say this. Mr. I think his name Rogue or something like that on your channel. He says, I got a problem with it. Let's show the comment. I got a problem with it. Guy ain't focused. That's wrong. That's what's wrong with this team, and it's why we won't make the playoffs this season. I just think that's so unfair, man, because you mean to tell me how much time out of his day is a podcast? Because I do one myself every day, and it's only an hour. So it takes an hour, maybe a few more minutes to prepare some stuff. But I don't even think Micah got to do all of that. So I mean, you mean to tell me for me dedicating an hour to a podcast that I'm not productive with none of the other 23 hours of my day? Like, that's crazy. Like, and answer me one more question. Are you 1,000% focused on your job 23, 24 hours a day? Minus the time you sleep. You
No.
do other things, bro. Like, we gotta quit acting like these people ain't human beings. They don't wake up every day and think about football for the majority of their life. They have other thoughts. They have other things that they're interested in. And even the champions do the same stuff. So let's quit acting like these people ain't football players, man, or act like they ain't real human beings. Like, they can have more than one interest, more than one thought, more than one hobby, and more than one thing that they interested in doing. Like, we got to chill out with that, bro. Like,
And
I really think that's unfair.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here: this slave mentality that some of y'all have, y'all need to sit your ass down with that. Because some of y'all on some slave mentality you supposed to be a football player and that's it. Well, guess what? You supposed to be whatever you supposed to be. Don't have a life when you get off work.
Facts.
Like, listen, that's a burnt out you need to focus on. Well, what is you talking about?
When you get off work, you continue doing studying work. That's what we want you to do.
Exactly.
Don't watch TV. Don't talk to your wife. Just do whatever you're supposed to do.
Yes, but that is basically saying that you were put on this earth to only entertain.
Yeah,
like,
that's
come on,
crazy.
bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. I promise you, listen to me. My sons are great in football, but I promise you that is a small portion of them.
Facts.
That is a very small, minute portion of them. Like, I'm going to keep it real with you. I got one son that loves football, and I got one that's doing it for a job, and both of them are real good. And guess what? When they play, you can't tell. But I know the difference.
You know what I'm saying?
I know which one is different. But when I post them videos, you don't know the difference. You don't know the difference because they both scored touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So miss me with that. Miss me with that crap, bro. Miss me with the Cowboys or your entire life. So Cowboys ain't even your entire life. Like, you probably a Rangers fan too.
Look, so this right here, I think
he can only do Cowboys. Come on, bro.
Instead of thinking that it's even possible for somebody to dedicate 99% of their life to football, you obviously, you really should look at it like this. If a player, it's a lot of dedication to be an NFL player to begin with. So if you got a player that actually does after hour work and be there sun up and sun down, that's a hell of a dude right there. Like, he already in the upper echelon of workers, because it take a lot to begin with to be an NFL player. If you got somebody who doing extra work, that's a damn good focused guy right there. That's a focused guy.
And we as non-NFL players need to stop looking at the NFL job as a job, because it's not the same job. Because listen to me, if there was someone better at your job, they wouldn't replace you. You know what they would do? They would hire both of you guys. That's just what it is. Both of you guys would be standing beside each other at the shift. And guess what? If they found 5 more guys that were just as good, they wouldn't fire you too. You know what they would do? They would hire those 5 guys. Now they have 7. That's not how it is in the NFL. You can only have a certain amount of players on a certain. This is a performance-based business. So guess what? Performance always has to come first. And to be honest with you, that's why sports is such the greatest thing probably in history of all things. You want to know why? Because it was really sports that created that challenged the race divide. You want to know why? Because old white men was sitting around like, you know what? He might be a nigger, but he can sure hit that baseball.
Shout out to Jackie Robinson.
Fire up Jackie Robinson. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Non Hand Neil, man, with another super. He says, I had a job that was literally life and death, and we still had outside hobbies when off work. Exactly. Like, look, if you make a mistake, you could die. And you still had time to do other stuff. You see what I'm saying? Man. Like, look, the underwater whalers and all of these people have other things outside of their job, bro. Like, let's quit acting like that. And just to be real, man, I try to stay away from the racial type stuff, man. I don't even know if that guy or the people who feel that way are all white people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that. But it do give a little racial vibes, though. I just say that. I'm not pulling a race card and then like that. It is concerning. Because it's like, I'm only here for your entertainment. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do know I am a father. You do know this man is literally a father. So screw his son. You don't want him to think about nothing. This man has a son. So you don't want him to do anything else other than play football. Like, y'all gotta relax, bro. I really think if you're not one of those people that I just described, man, you gotta be fair and be like, well, maybe I am asking too much. Like, bro, this man got a son, bro.
Facts. And I'm gonna tell you this right. He says Micah goes on his podcast and says, I played good against Green Bay. I mean, if he feels that, I mean, if you look at the film, Micah Parsons did play well against Green Bay. You guys just don't know how to break up things. Like, have you ever see? This is the one thing I know about sales and being like on a sales team, that you can have a sales goal. Say the sales goal is 100, but each person's individual goal is 20. That means 5 people got to get 20 cell phones. Well, guess what? I got my 20. I hit my goal. Landlord didn't hit his. He only got 14. So guess what? As a team, we failed our goal. But guess what? As an individual, I hit my goal. Now, what you guys have a problem is, you have a problem that in the midst of failure, there are individuals who will still say, I did my job. And I'm going to be honest with you, in a performance-based company, you have to do that.
I was just about to say.
Because fans like, yo, you just explained to you why he has to do that. Because think about this. Whenever the Cowboys lose, every single person in the team sucks. Every single person in the team didn't do good. Every single person in it, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not how it really is. Tony Romo was on a bunch of teams where everybody was just trash. What are we doing?
And like you said, the individual stuff matters, because if you think about it, if you got a child, you got a son, and I'm foul with it. Like, if my son didn't play well and the team won, I let him know, like, hey, you got to tighten it up. Y'all won, but you didn't do this and you didn't do that. And vice versa. If the team lost and my son feel like he balled out, I let him know, like, hey, you did a good job. Like, they are not responsible for the whole team. Like, you do have to evaluate people individually at times. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that Micah played terrible and the rest of the team played terrible as well. Or if you just feel like Micah played terrible, he just played terrible. Like, that's just your opinion. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to tell you this right here. You can't, like, at 41 years old, I've learned the biggest waste of time is arguing someone's opinion, because you don't have to provide facts.
Facts.
Like, and I'm going to tell you, the worst thing that you can do is fight someone's opinion with facts. You're never, listen to me, I will never change your opinion using facts. The only way I will change your opinion is by using another opinion.
That's just gonna make you emotional. When you challenge people's opinions with facts, they just get emotional. Get emotional after that.
Just think about this. If you're challenging someone's opinion with facts, their opinion is wrong. So why aren't they changing their facts? Exactly. See how he just
said emotional, you know.
Yeah. That's why I say, you know what I'm saying? Some fans, you have that. And listen to me, Cowboy fans, we don't, not even that we don't, but we build our expectations up so high that we are not prepared for the failure that comes with it. Like, if you don't win the Super Bowl when you're in it, you know what you also do? That means you also lose the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? That means you got to handle the success and you also got to handle the failure of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do both.
True. And I just wanted to paint that picture that you do. Look, listen, even the Dallas Cowboys, every football team evaluates their players individually and as a group, bro. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? At the end of the year, they bring in every person. What it is, it's called the final interviews or something, like
exit interviews.
Yeah, the exit interview. Every single player is evaluated on their year and their performance individually.
And think about this, landlord. My boy who played for the Cowboys. Guess how long those interviews last?
How long?
An hour to an hour and 30 minutes. And think about this. Thank you, bruh.
They going in depth with it.
Listen to me though, bruh. If you're about to tell me or about to put an impression on me that I didn't play well or I did play well, it better be longer than 15 minutes. I played 18 games for you. You know what I mean? Like, it better be longer than 15, 20 minutes. Like, we better be sitting down and really talking about this is my life. This is my film. You know what I'm saying?
This is my well-being we talking about right now.
Think about this. That's what, like, 63, because they got to do the practice players too. That's like 64 players.
And Mike McCarthy be busy on it, boy. He got a lot of interviews to do. Like, sheesh, that's a lot of work. And then, like he said, an hour long interview. Like, so they literally looking through your film. They looking at everything you did, how you interact with your teammates, how punctual you were, how in shape you stay, how your diet was. They going through everything.
Yeah.
So, man,
And it's only
who are we to sit up here and act like you shouldn't give people credit for individual performances?
And landlord, think about this too. It's only about you. They're not bringing up Dak Prescott.
Nobody else.
And listen to me. In CeeDee Lamb's conversation with them, CeeDee Lamb's not bringing up, oh, well, you know, Dak could have threw the ball. No, bro. What is we talking about? We looking at your stats, how you came to practice when you was on.
Danny Savage, chill out. Don't say that.
What is
Mike
that?
McCarthy do it. Don't he talking about something? I bet Jerry do the exit business. Don't do that.
Nah. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I believe this. I believe that there are certain players that Jerry Jones is definitely involved in.
I don't like that.
If you're a guy, bro, listen, if you're on a 1-year deal, with the Dallas Cowboys and this is your final exit, bro, I think Jerry Jones is such a businessman. I think he does, like, if you're in that position where I don't know if I'm going to sign or not, I think that conversation, I think he's for sure. Like, I think the ones that Jerry's for sure in on is anybody that's on a 1-year deal. Because he got to think he's about to be in negotiations with you.
He want to be a fly on the wall in that room, don't he?
Yeah, and think about this. If you're Dak, if you're Jerry, guess who's not at this exit interview?
Who?
Your agent.
Oh, yeah, you're going to throw some hints. You're going to shoot your shot up in that room.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you this. I think then as a player, you will know kind of leaving that interview if they're going to resign you or not. I think these players know.
Of course. I'm sure they got a grading scale, a grading system, how they, you know what I'm saying, let you know what they feel like you graded out. So everybody got their own grading system. I'm almost sure. So yeah, I'm pretty sure at the end of that exit interview, they'd be like, hey, yeah, you graded out like this. We feel like you can get better here. We feel like you great here. And let's see what happens next year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy. That's probably why you don't hear a guy like, I'm not saying that Gilmore didn't grade out well or bad, but I think a guy like Stephon Gilmore already knows if the Cowboys going to resign him or not.
I think so too. I think they just, I don't know. They should.
I low key think that he's going to come back, bro.
Somebody said Schoonmaker interview was 5 minutes. They said, yeah, you know them 2 plays you was on.
It might be longer because they had to break down and just make him understand why he didn't just take 1 foot back, bro. Like, I don't even need a whole inch, bro. Can you just take 1 step back? That's it. Listen, the chalk line is only this thick. You only got to be in it. You ain't even got to be in the end zone, bro.
That's crazy, man. Because I look at it like I said, that draft, like, we sit back and get mad at the team, bro. But like I said, Wes, with us going to the draft last year, man, we Cowboy fans, so we gonna be optimistic at the end of the day. We know we got the skeleton of a good team. We got a core of a good team already. So when we add these pieces of the draft, we like, oh, even though I ain't that high on this guy, but he can still work in like this. You're going to talk yourself into a point where you're comfortable with the picks. That's just how it is. But one thing you can't go back on is your initial reaction when them guys got their name called. And I still got the footage. We weren't happy about hollering none of those picks. So now we sit back and see that whole 2023 class gave us absolutely nothing. Could you imagine if Mozzie was a monster in the middle of that defensive line? Could you imagine if Schoonmaker was a formidable number 2 just going crazy with Jake Ferguson? Like, could you imagine if Overshawn was actually a healthy linebacker and came out there and made plays and go crazy? Like, we didn't get anything from that whole draft class. So that's something that crippled us, bro. Like, and I bet money, if you ask the Jones, if you grab Steven by his little collar and ask him a real question and say, hey, man, was y'all prepared for that? Was y'all prepared for not having an impact on y'all draft like that? And I guarantee you he'll say no. They was not prepared for that. They really felt, just like this year now, they going into it with the same exact mentality, and that's what pisses me off. You just crapped out. Like West Coast, they just crapped out last year, and they still finna do it again. They still finna take the same gamble. These boys lost all their rent money. last night, and they went right back to the dog trade. They got paid the next day and went and lost all the rest of it the next day. That's crazy. You gonna take the same risk? Make it make sense, bro. This is sad. I
Yeah,
don't know
man.
what's going on with this team, man, but I just wanted to talk about it, man. The 2023 draft crippled us last year,
Hey,
and the way we put so much stock on the draft, we couldn't survive that. We couldn't withstand that.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Like the draft is a lottery anyway. It's exactly what it is. It's a lottery. That means your ass may strike in and your ass might strike out. Like I think it's like when did the draft become this guaranteed thing? Like when did you go to the lot? When did you go to the liquor store and tell the liquor store dude, I'm gonna give you $5, and if your ass don't give me a winning ticket, I'm gonna kick your ass. When did we start doing that? Because that's basically what we're doing, bro. We're going to the draft with our scratch off, and we're saying if we don't get this player, I'ma blame the draft for it. What? It's called a lottery for a reason.
And you know what's the biggest danger to our success in the future, Wes?
But
The biggest danger in a situation like this, like, listen, I want everybody to come in because this is tough. Because it's almost, we can't even dodge it, honestly. We just got to pray about it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just be real with you. It's pretty grim right now. Listen, the biggest danger of our success in the future is the ego of the Joneses. Why do you say that, landlord? You want to know why? Because once they make these risky ass moves, just like they did last year and just like they about to do this year, guess what they want to do? They gonna make sure they right. They gonna give these people all the opportunities in the world to be right. Schoolmaker, I told y'all right now, and I don't think he's just a bad player. He's a good blocker and all that stuff. But he also 25 years old. He about to be 26 going into the year, if I ain't mistaken. Okay, listen, ain't no way that man's supposed to be starting over John Stevens Jr. We seen how he played last year. It's gonna be the politics. They gonna force Schoon on you, which is gonna hurt the team. They gonna force one of these drafts. They gonna force Mizey on you. What if Mizey don't even deserve to be on the field? Ain't nobody getting grandfathered in. This supposed to be competition, if you ask me. We trying to win or we trying to win? Should nobody be guaranteed a position on this football team? Like not especially not these guys I'm naming. You know what I'm saying? Like Mizey should be fighting for a position instead of being handed a position. Overshawn, they looking at him like a bona fide starter. This man ain't did nothing. Like he got a lot of potential, but who the hell he supposed to be? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, we're like this dude Ray Lewis already, man. Like he's a bona fide starter already.
And listen to me too. In this mentality of players need to come in and they need to be hungry and they need to be fierce dogs. Bro, listen to me. I know a high school kid right now that's making $300,000. Want to know why? In an NIL deal.
Facts.
Bro, what is you talking about? It's going to be worse. You want to know why? Because these kids are going to be millionaires when they already get in the NFL. That has never happened before, bro.
All I'm saying is we gotta pray about the ego, Wes. We gotta pray about the ego. Because I'm telling you, they look, it's all incentive on them and their ego to make sure these players are right. They look, Mizey Smith looked like a wrong. You should have heard how Steven talked about Mizey, talked about Jalen Tolbert. Shout out to him. But you should have seen how he talked about him. He like, we look forward to Jalen Tolbert. We seen he struggled the first year and came back the second year and stepped up. So I'm looking at it like, man, is Stephen Jones looking at Jalen Tolbert like a future too? Is he doing something like that? Because that's the only reason I can see if you don't draft the wide receiver this year. That's the only way it makes sense. The only way. Because Brandon Cooks is on a one-year deal. If you looking at Jalen Tolbert like a future too, then I can understand why you wouldn't want to draft the wide receiver. You did the same thing with CeeDee Lamb. Look how that worked out with you. It worked out wonderful. You drafted a receiver early. People telling me not to draft a receiver, and I'm trying to give you the same year you had with young CeeDee Lamb back. And it could be better this time. You got a better deck. You got a better defense. Like, just imagine you put a new young CeeDee Lamb on this football team right now, not next year, right now. You got CeeDee Lamb paired with Brandon Cooks and a new young version of CeeDee Lamb from back then. Man, this team gonna go crazy. But all I say is it's irresponsible for us to be putting all this pressure on this draft, bro. We living and dying by the draft right now. We trying to pay the rent with the parlay. That's the analogy I like to use. We paying rent with the parlay right now.
It's too late, bro. What did you talk about? Today's the 16th. It's too late. You talking like we can, like, listen to me, bro. They said the Titanic, if you look at the route it was on, about a half a mile before it hit the iceberg, it was hitting it regardless. Why? Because most of the damage was underwater. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you a lot of times the stuff that a lot of the biggest damage be stuff you can't see. You know what I'm saying? It might look small, but listen to me. There are going to be players this year that are going to get hurt. There are going to be players this year that aren't going to play up to standard. And guess what? You're not going to be able to compensate for those guys. You know what I'm saying?
I've had this thing on there for too long.
Listen to me. The Chiefs did not win back-to-back Super Bowls by hitting on drafts. The Chiefs hit on back-to-back Super Bowls by having all pros. Slap yourself. What is you talking about? They had Patrick Mahomes. They had all-pro tight end. Three all-pros on the defense. Get off the gas, man.
Shout out to Kush on Anna with the $2 super. He said, "Tell me what the hell we got Trey Lance for." I can't, bro. I wish I could. Can't. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie. I was just telling a friend of mine earlier today about the state of the Cowboys. And I'm like, bro, listen, I don't see, like, when I was mad at Dak after the playoffs, because I was mad at Dak, y'all, it's well documented. When I was mad at Dak, I'm like, man, let me see exactly what Trey Lance got to offer. Like, am I missing it with him? Let me reevaluate him. So I went back and watched a lot of his college tape. I went back and watched all of his starts with the 49ers. And I left there feeling worse about the situation. I'm going to tell you right now, I swear to y'all. I was going in optimistically. I'm like, I'm going to show you, Dak. This is why they do it. Let me see what Trey got, and then maybe we can have a young version of you. I went into it optimistic about Trey. When I got done, I felt worse. So I'm gonna tell you right now, like he has been a year removed from that, from not maybe about 2 years removed from the starts that we seen with the 49ers. He about 2 years removed, so he can improve. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't see it, bro. I ain't see it, and I really feel like I'm a good evaluator of at the quarterback position. Like I really do pride myself at that and wide receiver. So trust me, I didn't see it. Like, he winding up, he running around. He was a running back in college, basically. This man was just running around the field playing D3 people and running around till people got open. So let's not act like Trey Lance is just this savior, bro. Like, I hope he's got better, because we didn't put all this capital into him. I hope he's got better. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't even seen nothing. Before all these Trey Lance people come out of the sewers and stuff and start arising and stuff, let's see how he look in camp. You know what I'm saying? Get a man a chance to show something in camp before we do all of that.
Listen to me. Let's look into the camera. Listen to me. Drugs, they're not good. Okay? Put the drugs down, bro. If you honestly think, just put them down, bro. Put the drugs down, okay? Like,
he got a weird throw, like he got a weird release and everything. Like, they got to redo a lot of his game, bro. And he was like a GOAT at a D3 level.
Bro, you know the crazy,
that's what making people look at him like, oh, so was Carson Wentz. So was Carson Wentz. And they went to the same school.
Facts.
My fault. Go ahead.
You know, the only thing that gives Trey Lance value is the fact that Jerry Jones went and got him. That's it. That's it. There is no value. The only thing that fans are hinging their admiration for Trey Lance is on the fact that Jerry Jones went and got him. And you guys feel that if Jerry Jones did that, he has to know what he's doing. Well, guess what? Jerry Jones is the same one who hasn't paid CeeDee Lamb, who hasn't paid Dak Prescott, didn't want to pay Zach Martin. He traded Amari Cooper for a 5th round pick. Like, bro, that's the same Jerry Jones, bro. That's the same Jerry Jones making those decisions. The same one. Same guy. You know what I'm saying? So how can y'all trust? I don't know. I'm just saying maybe Jerry Jones didn't make the right decisions in trading Trey Lance in the first place. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I just know, are we really talking about having Trey Lance starting quarterback? Like, what are we talking about? Why? For what reason? What would be the reason you would start that Trey Lance? Well, why would you want? So that you could see, so you could see what? Go to training camp.
Exactly.
What? Go to training camp.
I ain't gonna lie. I told you I was going in optimistic about it. I'm like, man, maybe I'm missing it. Maybe Jerry sees it. Maybe it's a hassle. I'm like, nah. I felt worse. I'm like, what in the world was Jerry doing, sir? Like, what was he doing?
Yeah, that's funny, man. Because listen, like there be some people that do like some of the stuff that Kanye does. It's just like and you look back over it at the end, it's like, man, that was uber smart. But some of the stuff you just be like, bro, that was dumb. That didn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? It didn't make no sense. It didn't make, you know what I'm saying? But Jerry Jones has a history of doing sporadic things. And I'm gonna tell you guys what it really shows. It really shows that you guys still have faith in Jerry Jones. That's what it really shows. Because you guys are willing to trust Jerry Jones versus trusting what you've seen on tape from Trey Lance. And that's what you're basically doing, because the tape says that he's exactly where he's supposed to be, a third-string quarterback.
It's wild the fact that we paying.
He doesn't have any film that says he's better than Cooper Rush.
We paying all this money for 3 quarterbacks.
And think about this. That's another reason why he has value. And guess what? You know what fans do? They take all those and they say, well, if that's the case, there's no way Jerry Jones would pay somebody if he's not. What are you talking about? They paid Keanu Neal $5 million to pretend to be a linebacker. He was a safety.
Hey, shout out to Brandon Mahoney. I rocks with the comments. She went in on that. She said, I don't care what the coach of the 49ers said. If Trey Lance was good, he would be there. It's hard to argue about that, bro.
Thank you.
It's hard to disagree with that. I can't lie.
Think about this. They got oh my. You know what? I gotta go, and we're gonna end the show on that. But I'm gonna say this right here. We know for a fact that the 49ers are a way more fair team than us. You want to know why? Because they actually got a 7th round pick quarterback starting, and they started that boy over 2 first overall picks, bruh.
Facts.
Trey Lance wasn't a first overall, but he was like a top 5 pick. And then Sam Darnold was a top 5 pick. And you know what they said? Put that 7th round pick in there. So guess what? He looked better. So, and guess what? The 49ers went farther than us. So unfortunately, I got to trust what they said. That was a phenomenal comment.
She went in on that. I can't even hate on it.
Women in football. That's why women in football are important.
I can't even hate on it. Shout out to Nigel Wanza with the $5 super. I appreciate you, sir. He says, if you want to see the Cowboys without Jerry, just look at the Raiders without Al Davis. Yikes. That didn't look too good either.
New Al Davis. That's a great point. Well, what if the Raiders look like without Al Davis?
The Raiders ain't did nothing.
Not good.
They ain't done nothing.
Listen to me, the best thing that ever, and think about this. When you think about the Raiders, you think about Al Davis, bro. You don't think about anything new. And I'm going to tell you, his son, bro, there's no reason you should have that haircut, bro.
Wait a minute, man. I don't even know what the man.
Bro, go look at that man's haircut, bro.
That's hilarious. You just going to attack the man haircut on the way.
A billionaire, dog.
He says there's no excuse to have a haircut like that.
No excuses, bro. But hey, man, listen to me. Whoever said that, who was that made it? Was a woman too.
That was Brandon Mahoney. She went in on that one.
That was a hell of a freaking comment. Just that I don't have to argue Trey Lance anymore. I'm just gonna repeat that. Listen to me. The 49ers.
You went off with that. I gotta put that on the screen. Then I'm gonna put the soup on the screen.
Yeah. Who do you think is a more honest franchise? Who do you think the 49ers for sure? Bro, they started that over Jimmy Garoppolo too.
Yeah, they did.
They started him overall. They started Purdy over all them.
This over a dude who took them to the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah.
The NFC Championship. Garoppolo went far with them. You know what I'm saying?
And they picked Purdy over him. And guess what they told Trey Lance? Sit your ass on the bench.
Go over there. Go sit.
But we supposed to tell them they was wrong. That's
go over there.
And I love what you said, landlord, because you said when he first did it, I was like, why? And to be honest with you, like that's a form of Jerry saying the organization. It was actually Jerry because everybody in the organization said they had nothing to do with it. But that is a thing of Jerry Jones just wanting to do what you want to do. And I'm going to tell you, like, what I think Trey Lance was, I think Trey Lance was a Jerry Jones moment of asserting himself and reminding everybody in the building whose team this is.
He had to do a little power move.
Have you ever kind of got into it with your son and he be walking through the house, you kind of push his ass down? I don't know. Maybe I'm the only dad that do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do it. You know what I'm saying? I get into it with my son, and every now I'm like, man, I just push the little ass. Remember, I'm bigger than you.
All right.
Yeah.
Gotta know who's boss.
Yeah, remember who bigger than you, who run this. You know what I'm saying? I think every now and then Jerry Jones does those moves because he can.
Yeah.
And because you guys can't.
And you seen he didn't talk to nobody. He just went straight and did it. And then when they reported that, it alarmed me. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy right there.
And then
Jerry said a quarterback. How much film do you think Jerry did on Trey Lance?
None. You want to know why? Because he hasn't. How much film does he have on him now? And think about
nobody ain't got much film on him to get.
Listen to me,
bro. Let's go, bro. I'm gonna be mad because he ain't even got enough. He don't even got a lot of film on him. Hey, nobody do.
Landlord, listen to me. And I promise we're gonna go after this. But that's how you know Trey Lance is really on this team for reasons that have nothing to do with football.
To piss Dak off.
Because, bro,
it worked.
Because there's no film on him, bro. There's no football film. What are you doing? You had 17, 18 games. Listen to me. There were 9 games that Dak didn't even play in the fourth quarter. 8 games, I'm sorry.
And you never. Well, he couldn't play over Cooper though.
He couldn't.
And that says a lot right there alone. Good day. That says a whole lot right there.
Hey, I just caught that. I literally just caught that right now. It
says a lot. We couldn't play around and use him as the backup quarterback just in case we actually had an injury. We didn't even want to risk that.
Wow.
And but to be fair though, he is 23 years old though, and he's just as young as a lot of these draft pick quarterbacks. Like I think Micah Parsons is the same age as him. So he could have been coming out of the draft now. So he's still a very, very young player. And like I said, we can't, he's not a finished product. And, maybe Mike McCarthy can whisper to him or something. I don't know, Maybe he's the quarterback whisperer that we all thought he was back in the day.
Hey, Jordan Moore, I appreciate what you said. That's a great comment. But listen to me, you don't give up a first. They gave up assets to go get Trey Lance, and then they just gave him away. You don't get optics. You don't know. You don't optics. You know what optics is? You keep people for optics. You don't. Who are you getting? Who are you trying to solidify? He can't. If it's Sam Darnold behind him.
Look, the comment that she said, I get it, but listen what they say, or is that I don't know. The person said, okay, I was listening to the journalist today that covers the 49ers, and he said that he observed Trey Lance perform at least on the same level as Sam Darnold in training camp last year. The 49ers traded Lance for more optics than anything. But think about this. If he performed at the same level as Sam Darnold, who got the most draft capital?
The one that you traded up for.
Who can you sell the best? Ain't nobody buying Sam Darnold. You see what I'm saying? So they like, hey, if he's just Sam Darnold level, we could just keep Sam Darnold and finesse somebody. That's what they did. You know what I'm saying? They was like, hey, okay, if he's not the level that we need him to be, we can trick somebody else and sell him a dream.
Hey, you know what? I will say this. There is not enough data to cost Trey Lance a bust, but there's also not enough data to pay him $22 million too.
And you finna have to make a decision on him soon.
That's the problem that we have.
Soon.
Because we're about to pay him $22 million. He will be think about this. Trey Lance will actually be making more as a backup quarterback than almost everybody on your defense.
Wait a minute. Is he making more than Cooper Rush right now?
Yes, bruh. That's why I said it's weird, bruh.
He makes more than Cooper Rush right now.
He was making more than Cooper Rush last year. I said this last year. I said the Cowboys are the only team in America that has a third-string quarterback making more than the second-string quarterback.
I'm going to just say this, and I'm done with. No lie. If Trey Lance is not the future of the Dallas Cowboys, this is one of the dumbest moves I ever seen in my life. This is one of the dumbest moves I ever seen. Because, look, you put yourself in a pressurized situation. You finna have to make a decision on Trey, and you ain't even seen him.
You have no film on him, bruh.
You finna have to make a decision on him. You just paid him all this money. You just gave up draft capital for him. Now it's almost time to sign him. So that's all I'm saying, man. That if he's not the future of the Dallas Cowboys, this is by far one of the dumbest moves that we ever done.
And think about this. And the thing that sucks about the quarterback position is there can only be one on the field at one time. It's not like a wide receiver where you could be like, okay, worst case scenario, he'll be number 2. No, bro. If you're a number 2 quarterback, you're not playing.
You're not helping me.
You're not helping me. My number 2 quarterback helps me at practice. That's it.
That's it. He give me looks. That's it.
You're not helping me in no game. So yes, whoever asked the question about Trey Lance, any content creator, and I'm going to say this right now, any content creator that says that he knows exactly why the Cowboys traded for Trey Lance, they're lying. Because the only person that knows that is Jerry Jones.
And it makes no sense. We know
the only
that.
person that knows if OJ really did it, rest in peace, is him and God. That's what it is. We don't really know. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
How you be ending them shows, man? I appreciate y'all. Y'all know we coming back tomorrow with some form of content. Me at 5. When you coming back tomorrow, Wes?
Shoot, man. Hey, just keep your notifications on. Bloop, 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 bloop. Hey, tomorrow's Wednesday, so I should be up and running, early in the morning. I'm gonna try to get back my early shows too. So I ain't gonna lie, I took a little sabbatical, man. I moved into this new spot and had a bunch of stuff I had to get to, but you know what I'm saying? And then Henny was sick, so I used that as an excuse too. You know what I'm saying? And if I find out my homeboy ain't coming to work, I ain't coming to work either. Hell, you mean?
All right. But yeah, man, we appreciate all the love and support, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. And how you love to end your shows, Mr. West?
You already know what it is, man. Never look down because stars up. Peace.
Peace.